Hello, YouTubers. It's Travis. Welcome back for another Storybook Brawl match. Today, I have one for you where we uncovered one of my favorite combos in this game. It's a combination between an early treasure and a hero. I've kind of spoiled it with the title, but it's one that I really enjoyed. I hope that you will enjoy watching the video. If you have friends that you want to get into Storybook Brawl, I just made recently a Storybook Brawl tutorial video. You can see that in my uploads. Please introduce them to the game through that. I tried to do a really good job of like going over the basics so that if you've got a buddy that's played like, I don't know, Teamfight Tactics, Magic, or Hearthstone, you could send her this video and afterwards you'd be like, okay, I know how to play now. Okay, enough babble from me. Enjoy the match. All right, what do we think, folks? I think I'm digging Morgan. Haven't had a Morgan game in a while. Let's take Morgan out. See where this goes. We're not committed to anything. We don't have to draft anything particularly weird. We just play the game the best we can. And at a certain point in the game, we'll get a free treasure. Let's try to build the strongest board we can and make sure it's a level 6 when we get it. Pretty happy to first pick Cindy. It'd be nice if there was a good unit and I could lock and shard it, but we'll see. What change did they make, Loaf? When was the last time you played Potion Master? The 2 slots is interesting. I don't think he's busted, but I think most people consider him middle of the pack. That felt like an open of a lot of characters that people consider middle of the pack. But like, this is my second month in. I'm still kind of learning what I dig and what I don't. That seems kind of like a nerf to me. It's ambitious to think that we're going to win this fight. I don't actually think that. I think we're just going to get some quest progress. So we got +2/+2. Didn't have the second spell slot and wasn't very good. And we've changed it to +1/+1 and a second spell slot. Maybe I need to get more games in with him too. I need to get more games in with all of the heroes, frankly. Pretty busted to not take damage against Karen with 3 units on the board. That's basically like winning the fight, if you ask me. Show me a princess. You're not a princess. All right, I don't have to be in anything here. Let's just take some stats. It's a little worse to take the Frog Prince after you've already bought the Cindy, because then you're kind of only on Foxtail Archer to flip him, but was the wrong one to hit for those of you playing along at home. That is a 3.0 white. When I pull a 3.0 white, I typically go dwarf. Also flips home slice, which I dig. Now, white got a little bit of a nerf in the last patch. It used to give dwarfs in the shop +1/+2. I'm not locking for crafty, but if we see things like doublies, fannies, etc., as we continue along level 3, I will be buying them. They just took off 1 point of toughness on her buff. I think she's still good. It just means you'll take a little more damage to the mid game. I don't think it's too bad either. These boards are incredibly buff. But I can see stability from here. All right, I'm buying you. I'm getting my treasure. And then we're going to figure out where this is going. Ring of Regeneration is frankly too fun with Morgan for me to pass up on. I'm going to look for a dwarf, but I'm willing to buy other things. Mim could be all right for now. But I feel like I'm supposed to be getting out of Mim and not looking to get further in Mim. I guess I'm mostly just looking for dwarfs. And I found one. Let's go do dwarf things. I also don't have to do dwarf things, but this is a pretty good start to dwarves, I think. Sorry, no slaying for you. Finally getting pig gold. I like that. We get double pig gold. That means I've got a lot of rolls to find dwarfs. See if we can do that unless something jumps out that I really should be taking. I'm not seeing anything that's blowing my mind here. A pair of stags? I used to be really high on stags. I'm not now. I am ready for my dwarfs. Prepare for a 40-40. Lordy, lordy. There's a lot of rolls and not hitting much. But I feel like after I got the white, especially that early, we just double down on it and go find those dwarves. Is the best board I could be playing? I think so. Upgraded cat's a little scurry. But this was the top board. We're supposed to take some damage from them. Madoble. I think I'm far more interested in that than any of the rest of this stuff. I want to be presenting the strongest board I can. I don't want trees. I want dwarfs. Yeah, there's Tweedle. It's time to dwarf it up. This should be a pretty hard stabilization turn for us, right? I mean, Princess is obviously just better than her, so we'll jam that. White probably doesn't need to be on the board anymore. Don't think I want the Paraprinces. Don't want the Soul Tag. Ooh, lordy. That Eye of Ares is pretty dang good. I guess that's kind of perfect though, because we get a treasure and then no. Yes, we do. Okay. Is this good? I think it might be. I will buy Hat. I like cheap spells. That's fine. And now we can fall below 20 again and do it again. But I'm like entirely on dwarfs now. Don't actually need any of these. I guess I can take Gloves of Thieving over the ring because it kind of did what we want. Where did they go? Weird. Okay. I'm not going to worry about it. We still got cheap spells. It's all good. Find me some more dwarfs. Probably not that one, though. Did I click skip? I meant to. I did that on purpose. It was really smart. Kind of want the greedy. I don't quite have time to log for it because we're going to be level 5 here in a minute. I'm tickled that we managed to do the thing with Ring that you always want to do on Morgan. Is that good? Seems like it would be useful. Probably done with this and just take the Saber. Like, that's pretty good with doublies and Tweedles. Basically just need to get rid of this and we're pretty good to go. Wouldn't mind another doubly, obviously. That needs a pig. We're using that. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's still out in Habit. I think I would play it. Like, ideally, we'd have Ring of Meteors or something, and that's better, and we don't, so, eh. Don't get what was so good about Monkey's Paw? Well, think about your average character on the board, right? Would you say that this Crafty's pretty good right now? Because I didn't get it either, and I had to do some understanding. They did, by a little bit. It's still really good. So I'll finish the conversation just so we have time. Most of what Crafty is providing me right now is 18 worth of stats. If I take Crafty off and the rest of my board gets +5/+5, then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 5 worth of stats, which is more than 18. Hopefully that makes some sense. We should be rolling for dwarfs, eh? Don't need that many dwarfs, but I would like some dwarfs. Like this one dwarf. I need to get to 6 and bank up Lordies too. Crafty's never coming back in. Thank you for your service, Crafty. He was probably better than Lucky. All right, let's do it. But yeah, that's the deal. It's adding stats to your board, and if you have summons of any kind, then it just gets even more better. There's a lot of comps that would like to just run 6 units anyway, so they've got room to summon something with a reduplicator or whatever. So just having the opportunity to do that, I think, was fine. But Monkey's Paw was already really good. I didn't understand why it was good initially either. They have Hatball Mimic. And now they suffer. What you got? Monkey's Paw. I don't think we actually want that here. I think we want the staff. And I'm going to let the Deep Stone Mine go. We've kind of used that for everything we need it for. And I'm going to be rolling for Lordies in a minute. So let's make it nice and easy to find them. I need these. I think I just want to take a Greedy. And then go find our Lordies. And when we double up the Lordies, we'll replace the Fanny and the Dorfin Forge and go win the video game. Yeah, Copycat's one of the big ones that really wants to run less units anyway, and kind of being able to get away with that is real nice for them. More gold. This is the Fates that messed us up earlier, huh? Get chonked. You hold my dwarf powers. All right, Lordy Lottery starts here. I don't need you because I do not want to trade in any of my treasures yet. We are just going for Lordy. Show me the Lordy. You're not Lordy. No, I don't want Hercules. We want Lordy. Becoming a bit suspicious. Okay, so here's the thing. We're not going to get Lordy this turn. So I may as well do this and get the upgrade. None of these are better than what we have. Because I do want the upgraded Lordy. So I'm just going to take a few more rolls to find it and lock it. I don't like buying the Echo Woods before I buy the Lordies. Okay. We did everything we could to find a Lordy that turn. They've got a Tweedle too. Also an Evil Eye and a Horn of Olympus. So like they've got a plan. All right, I am ready for my Lordy now. Natural 6.0. I don't think it's too much to ask. Do I want another Tweedle? I mean, it's already probably better than this doubly. So yes, apparently. That was easy. All right, I need the Lordy. Lordy, Lordy. Where you at, bro? There you at. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I could get it now if I sell out of everything. And I don't particularly care if it has +1/+1. So come on in, Lordy. We can get better from here too. What does he do? He makes all of the dwarfs go burr. He makes dwarves very big. We still need a couple pieces for our comp to be truly absurd. But we've still got a little bit of time. More time than the share bear. I don't really want to be another hero. I haven't even used it yet. But Lordy at the beginning of the brawl gives each of your dwarves +2/+2 for each dwarf you have. It is very large dwarf numbers. Right now, I basically just want more, or I would buy the Echo Wood now. We take a decent spell too. This is Fates. We played them. They were all ranged units, but I don't need this to beat them. Considering the fog there, but I don't need it. I mean, that's interesting too, but... Dude! I was so set up for all of the Lordies. We just couldn't find them. Dwarves are pretty good, yeah. With the pumpkin nerf, I imagine dwarves are one of the best places you could be. We saw one Echo Wood and I didn't buy it. It was before we had the Lordy. The treasures I have right now are Staff, which makes it more likely for me to find more Lordies, Dwarven Forge, which means my dwarves combine earlier, and Drag Saber, which means my creatures grow as they kill things. Be happy when they have an overlay for this game. I think it could really use it. I might could have killed them if I'd bought the Fog. But I don't think they're scaling much more, and I have big plans. We've got 22 gold. I should be able to find the damn Lordy. What's Muerte on? We haven't played them in 10 turns. I have no idea what they were on. Come on now. We're just looking for another Lordy or an Echo Wood. It's a lot of gold you spinning there, bud. Yeah. All right, so now we want to use spells. Because even if we find one, we can't buy it, but we can Sherlock for it. There we go. Dwarves were already pretty resilient against all the pumpkin nonsense. Okay, that kind of makes sense that Muerte was the other dwarf player. And we never really saw them. They've got a better version of it than we do. But I've got at least one more turn. And we've got an updated Lordy waiting to go to dinner with us in just a minute. And we're going to get a treasure from this. So I'll probably take a treasure here if it's a good one and replace the staff. Oh, God, we're getting 2. Okay. So how close are we to Ark? Nowhere near it. We're not taking the Ark. Singing Sword is just great. We'll replace the staff with that. Could grab Phoenix Feather for a potential Echo Wood. The problem is I'd have to cut Drag Saber for it. Yeah, this is weird, but I think I skipped that one, combine my Lordy, and then replace the Forge with whatever I want here, which could be the Phoenix Feather. Could also be Wand of Weirding. We're against a Ghost. Like, I could take the Ivory Owl, too. That's some scaling. It's not going to be as much as what my opponent had there. I think if I'm going to win this, I'm just going to take the Owl. I need to find a Echo Wood now. Well, not now, but before the next time I play that opponent. Because I think they're beating the Fates. Yeah, clock got me a little bit. We at least got second here, and however it works out, dwarves win the lobby. Yeah, part of the game is about optimizing the time you have, and I think it was worth missing some of the rolls to have time to think about the treasures. But you've got so much time, you've got to decide where you'd like to use it. I must just want to put that first and foremost and let it chonk, but it gets so much more out of the Tweedledees dying. All right, I'm not going to be able to Knighthood it, so let's go find a spell that we can actually use this turn. Kind of useful. Usefulness level falling. Falling. All right, we does what we got to do. The front row have a few things that don't kill this, so I'm gonna try to get some value on my dwarfs here. Mine's bigger. They've got 2 of theirs. Well, they've also got a Mimic. So mine may be bigger and still not good enough. Could have been incorrect, Techno Shaman, but I was thinking I'd have to backline him. And maybe that would have been better too, but like, probably potentially could have played it. I'm happy enough with the second place. In the end, it was not the size that mattered, it was the feather, maybe. But I'll take it. We figured out the right comp for our seat to be in. I was happy with it. We got to do things with treasures. Good times were had. And we ranking up. It's cool. And a big thank you to my patrons. Paul, Punk, Hero, Joe, Jesse, Jacob, Scott, Fasty, Rich, Michael, Brandon, John, and Jazzy. Thank you very much.